Have you ever looked up at the night sky and felt small? Yeah, it's a common feeling. We see countless stars, each a sun like our own, scattered across this immense dark canvas. Our solar system is just one tiny neighborhood in the vast city of the Milky Way galaxy. For all of human history, we've been passengers on this planet, which itself is a passenger on a journey around the sun. We've learned to navigate our world, sail its oceans, and even fly to our own moon. But what if we could take the next almost unbelievable step? What if we could learn to steer not just a ship, but our entire solar system? What exactly is this cosmic engine, this Shkadov thruster? Well, in the simplest terms, it's a giant mirror. But this is not a mirror you could just hang on your wall. This would be a mirror of unimaginable size, a colossal, curved sheet of reflective material placed in orbit around our sun. It was first proposed by the Russian physicist Dr. Leonid Shkadov in the 1980s, hence its name. He imagined a structure that could harness the immense power of a star in a very clever and elegant way, without any complex moving parts or explosive fuel. The sun is constantly blasting out an enormous amount of energy in all directions in the form of light particles called photons. Each tiny photon carries a small amount of momentum. When these photons hit something, they give it a tiny push. This is known as radiation pressure. The universe, for all its beauty, is not always a safe place. A wandering black hole, a nearby supernova explosion, or a dense cloud of interstellar dust could all spell doom for us. One of the most compelling reasons to build a Shkadov thruster is for planetary defense on the ultimate scale. A Shkadov thruster would turn our entire solar system into a generation ship, a vessel for interstellar travel. We could slowly and carefully guide our home towards other star systems, perhaps ones that show signs of having habitable planets. In about 5 billion years, our sun will swell into a red giant, engulfing the inner planets, including Earth. A Shkadov thruster could be used to move the entire solar system to a new, younger star, ensuring a home for humanity for billions of years to come. The Shkadov thruster is designed to disrupt the sun's perfect balance. By placing a giant mirror on one side of the sun, you create an asymmetry in the forces acting upon it. When photons strike the mirror's surface, they transfer their momentum, but then they are reflected back towards the sun. This act of reflection doubles the momentum change. The net effect is a gentle but relentless force pushing the sun away from the mirror. The entire solar system, held in the sun's gravitational grip, would be carried along. The sheer size of this mirror is, honestly, difficult to comprehend. To be effective, the thruster would need to have a diameter many times that of the planet Jupiter. The material would have to be incredibly lightweight, yet strong enough to withstand immense gravitational forces and constant solar radiation bombardment. It would hover in place, perfectly balancing the inward pull of the sun's gravity with the outward push of the sun's light. Where would we get the materials to build something larger than a planet? The asteroid belt is a treasure trove of raw materials. Fleets of automated mining robots would survey asteroids, identify those rich in necessary elements, and begin the process of extraction. The raw ore would be transported to orbital refineries, giant space factories where it would be processed into ultra-pure high-performance materials. The actual construction would be a symphony of builders working in perfect coordination for centuries. Millions of specialized robots controlled by central artificial intelligence. The thruster would be built from millions of smaller, identical segments. This method allows for massive parallelization, with thousands of sections being added simultaneously. This would be a living structure, constantly maintained by its robotic caretakers from the moment construction begins. If humanity were to build a Shkadov thruster, the very act of moving our sun would subtly but profoundly change our relationship with the sky. It would appear as a new, brilliant star. Even a tiny decrease in solar radiation could have noticeable effects on our climate over the long term, leading to slight global cooling. As our solar system travels through the galaxy, it would introduce new, very long-term seasonal cycles as we pass through different regions of interstellar space. The gentle, continuous push would be applied to the sun, which acts as the gravitational anchor. The delicate balance of our solar system would be preserved. The entire solar system would move together as a single, cohesive unit, like a family holding hands while walking down the street. With such immense power comes immense responsibility and risk. The margin for error would be practically zero. This is a power that a civilization would have to wield with incredible wisdom, understanding that every decision could affect the fate of our world for billions of years. We're like toddlers just learning to walk, dreaming of one day running a marathon across a continent. Before we can pilot our star, we must first learn to be better custodians of our own small planet. The path to becoming a galactic civilization begins at home. The Shkadov thruster is not a fantasy, but a theoretical possibility. It represents a potential pathway for a civilization that continues to grow and learn. It is the ultimate test of our ambition, a challenge for our distant descendants, and a dream of a future where humanity has truly earned its place among the stars.